Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Beamer Norris Hot Rods. Hot Rides out of Flint, Michigan.
Everything's hot. Hot. Keep going. Checking 1, 2. Checking 1, 2. June 14th show sheet. Looking over at David Swope. Turn. Coming back to camera. Center.
All right, go ahead, Spencer.
Checking 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2, 3. Couch Potato Car Show. June 14th show sheet. Looking forward to this one. Going to be a big event here. We have Beamer Norris as our recap winner. Going to go through introduction, sponsor list, merchandise.
All right. So this is the 19th episode of the Couch Potato Car Show. Welcome. This is our studio. It keeps getting cooler every time. I got Ricky Bobby over my shoulder here, keeping an eye on it, keeping us tight. But thank you for joining us. We're coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Of course, on the team, we've got RJ Lees, who's going to be answering your comments and participating there. To my right, I got my partner in crime, Spencer Hill. How you doing tonight?
I'm ready to go, man. This is going to be a fun one. We're back. Energy's up. Beautiful studio behind us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
Hey, we got Robbie Lawless is coming up a little bit later. Of course, we have him on the front of our magazine over there with a 69 RS Camaro. It's got an LS9. We're going to have to ask him what that means. Also, the first time father-son battle in this show. So we're going to have a father and son both showing cars back to back. And of course, got to go to Andres Trujillo, our producer, Manifecto Magnificent.
Wait, I gotta turn my mic up. Sorry, guys.
There it
What
is.
is going on, guys? I'm super pumped. Episode 19 of the Couch Potato Virtual Car Show. You know what's really cool? We are growing. We're doing cool things. Our show is getting better. The production is getting to the next level. What do these youngins say these days? We're leveling up, right?
Leveling up, baby. That's all that matters,
I'm glad
right?
to be here, guys. Really glad to be here.
Hey, before we get going, though, one thing that we do got to do is thank some people that have been with us since the very beginning of the show.
Absolutely.
Andreas, you want to roll that sponsor list, buddy?
Here we go. Thanks to all our sponsors that have been with us since the beginning. It's been like 2.5 years.
Yep.
So I gotta say, it's one of those things that's really special for our sponsors. So Swope Real Estate, of course, looking for commercial or residential. In the real estate industry, they got you covered. Electronic Money Company, you're looking for a way to credit card processing or anything like that? Electronic Money Company is the way to go. Yearwood Performance, level up your car or truck, baby. That's what you got to do. Up on Eubank off I-40. Also, we got to thank Car Crafters for being a part of this. Spencer Hill Racing, oh yeah. We got a real race car driver in our midst, guys.
Absolutely.
Back at it this weekend.
And we'll talk a little bit about that because I'm curious about what your thoughts are for this weekend. New Mexico Runners Professional Arena Soccer Season 4 starts in December. Albuquerque Dragway, they just kicked things off here about couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, right?
No, actually, they got started in March, but they had the all-out call-out.
That's what it was.
That was
the
big grudge race was just last weekend.
That's right. And McKinney Motor Company, they are the place to go to get your automotive fixed. They got you covered. They will make your car or truck run even better than it was when you brought it in. Halliburton's Trucking Equipment, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And, we've been on live on location with those guys, and we can't thank you enough. And Can't Stop Sports Podcast, thank you so much for everything you guys do and bringing us the sports. RJ Lee's our boy over there, rocking and rolling. So, woo!
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Electrified.
But electrified.
That's the word for tonight.
So the cool thing is we're both sporting some merch. With the Couch Potato Virtual Car Show shirts here, but we have other merchandise. Gonna roll that
Fan
so we
merch.
can show all kinds of stuff. There you go, man. So couchpotatocarshow.com. You can go there and you can check out all the cool stuff that we've got.
Just
we
got
click on the button right
over there too. We really do. I mean, anything you can imagine, from the T-shirts to the hats to, I think we have socks in there.
Absolutely.
Coffee mugs still. We got it all. Water bottles.
Yep.
And even, for the women.
Yoga pants.
Or, maybe some
And we
of
still
my
got the
slimmer
masks.
friends, we have the leggings,
That's right. That's right. So a lot of cool stuff. So go check that out. Support the show. Anything on there. Hey, and if you want to suggest things too, as a matter of fact, on the button it says smash the like button, comment below, share the show. But you got some other suggestions, you can share it in the comment, because that's right. We are live with the comments. As a matter of fact, Spencer's following it right here, as well as RJ across the room is keeping track. But
Absolutely.
So much to do. Like I said, we got 10 cars. We've got a Mercury. We've got an AMC in this thing. We've got a lot of cool stuff. Of course, a couple of race cars. We got a couple of pro mods in this. So it's going to be awfully cool. But you know how we always started off? We got to celebrate the last car show winner, and that was back in April. So we ready to roll that? Oh, there we go. Last show winner. Last show was David Beamer Norris. Was the winner. And, of course, we found him on the Hot Rods and Hot Rides. He's out of Flint, Michigan, and this is not your dad's mail Jeep. 1965 Willys Custom. It's got a 468 big block, supercharged, 350 turbo automatic, 410 posi, new interior, new carpet, new custom drag pipes. As a matter of fact, I think it might even be for sale. I think I saw that Beamer had it for sale.
We could buy that?
Yeah, well, I don't have enough money. Maybe.
If we
with
rub,
your
if we rub
modeling
our pockets
career
together, maybe.
I think your modeling career, you're making all the big bucks, dude. But Beamer's built 39 cars in the last 5 years out of his garage.
Amazing.
Look at those drag pipes.
It really is. And it's
That
cool
thing's
to see
pretty
something
cool.
like this on the show because, Dave,
It's super cool.
We don't get to see stuff like that very often. We've done a lot of these shows. Of course, like you said, episode 19 tonight coming at you. And we've seen a lot of different models, everything from race cars to even RC cars. Big and small, we do it all right here at the Couch Potato Car Show. And that was a great time when we were back here in April.
Yep.
And thank you again, Beamer. Really appreciate you sharing that with us. But, hey, Dave, before we get going, a lot of people checking in the comment section right now. George James, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Beamer Norris.
Yeah, Beamer's in.
He's also
hey,
in
Beamer.
here. Tom Ritter, Scott Reeves, and Bob Mulhall. Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming up. For voting, though, voting purposes on the show, very, very easy. It's going to run from the conclusion of the show tomorrow morning all the way until Friday, June 17th at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And we will tally those votes. 1 like equals 1 vote, and every share is 5 bonus votes towards that car. You can find those cars in a photo album right here on Facebook. Really easy to find. Just tune in tomorrow morning, and I'll get those up, and you go in and you vote for Best in Show. That's the best part about it. We don't really have much to do with it. It's all the fans. It's a show for the fans, voted on by the fans, and that's what we love about it.
Well, and one thing you got to remember, 1 vote is 1 like is 1 vote. The share, you have to share from the original page, but each share gets 5 votes. So you can have, just a couple of people, but they share the heck out of it, and you can win this thing. Or you can have like 100 of your friends just go on there and like it, and nobody shares, and you might come up a little short. Either way, this could be a really good Father's Day gift for somebody with that coming up this weekend.
It sure could. And Beamer, he commented too, still for sale.
It is still for sale.
So
there you go.
Good to hear from you, Beamer. Of course, Jacob Johnson checking in from Indiana.
Woohoo!
Jeff Hose Good evening to you, sir. Good to see you checking in. Kathy Hooper as well. How you doing, Kathy? Good to hear from you. Keep on commenting down below, guys. We'll shout you out all night long. Love doing that. Sonny Anderson as well. See you there. Really, really glad that everybody's joining us. But you know what? Now that we've gone through how to vote, let's see some cars, man.
Let's do it. So let's start with my little Napa. No, you mean real cars. All right. So this is car number 1. Tom Ritter found it on the Chrysler Plymouth Dodge fan club page on Facebook. It's out of Omaha, Nebraska. 1970 Plymouth Fury 3. Car owned by Richard Clayton, the lead designer in Plymouth exterior design and responsible for the fuselage. It is an S27 upgrade Fury 2 to GT. So basically, I was reading a little bit about the car because it's a pretty famous car. Plus, the designer that ended up with the car wanted to make some changes to how he felt it should be. Mm-hmm. And we've had a lot of different guests. We've talked to a lot of custom car builders, and a lot of times they got into the craft because they wanted to do it the way they thought it should have been done. So one of the lead designers on the exterior design thought he could do a better job with that. I mean, all the way down to the subtle things on the pinstriping on that is super cool. But it's not many cars that we have on the show that have skirts.
That's a very good
rear
point.
skirt. Isn't that cool?
It is, and really, we don't get to see a whole lot of Plymouths in general on the show either. So, cool to start off here with this 1970 model, something fresh, something new. Love to see that. Of course, rear-wheel drive in production from 1969 to 1973, and pretty heavy when they came stock, just over 3,600 pounds. So, to see that thing up and alive here in 2022, that sure makes me smile, Dave.
Yeah, that's 1.5 tons. That is a heavy car.
I like the quick math there. Good
you
job,
like that?
buddy.
Yeah, well, somebody might catch me on that or whatever. I mean, I might have been off a little bit, but that's absolutely fun. That's absolutely fantastic. But you know, the second cool thing about this show is we give stuff away. And it's time for a viewer prize giveaway.
Let's get it done, guys.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's a new graphic.
Check that out. Shout out to Andreas. Good job on that new graphic, buddy.
That's fantastic.
So first one is coming to our great friend from Electronic Money Company. And here's what I got for you. A 3-pack. That's right. You have to find 2 friends. A 3-pack of Starbucks gift cards I'm going to send out to you. And here's what you got to do, guys. I need you to go down into the comment section below. I see a lot of people already down there. I want you to tag 2 friends in the comment section that you would share these with. Now, here's the catch. You don't really have to share them, but you got to tag 2 friends in the comment section to at least win the prize. So tag them down there, and I will send you home with 3 Starbucks gift cards courtesy of Electronic Money Company. Get going, guys.
You know what's genius about that? I didn't even think about this until just now, Spencer. You were thinking ahead. But every city in this country has a Cars and Coffee, right? And it's usually at a Starbucks. So now you can take that, you can meet your buddies there, and you kill a couple of birds, with one stone. You go ahead and get some coffee, enjoy your car anywhere in the country. And if you do that, take a picture of the car and send it to us, Couch Potato Car Show. Just share it. As a matter of fact, that would be cool to just blow up the Couch Potato Car Show.
Starbucks cup right there?
Well, yeah. Well, I wasn't going to advertise for them, but maybe we'll turn it around and do it. But anyway, that would be pretty cool. Is everybody at all the Cars and Coffee across the country just started tagging and just sending pictures in.
And
that
guys,
would be a lot
that's
of fun.
Another good point, Dave.
Yeah.
We love to see cars. We want to see everything you have. If you have pictures, go ahead and send them in to us. We love to see that throughout the week. Even though I know it's been a little while since we did a live show, our lives have been super busy lately. But we're glad that we're able to come back to you live tonight. But guys, we really do love to see all your cars. Please post them on our page. We'll share them, and even we'd like to put you on the next show. So if you can get that going, that'd be wonderful as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to enter your car into the show, we invite you. You just go to couchpotatocarshow.com. Right there's a registration form. You can upload your video. Of course, you could also hit us up, on here on Facebook at Couch Potato Car Show. So a lot of different ways to get your car into it. As a matter of fact, at the last show, we had 4 cars that didn't make that show, so we rolled them over into this show. But send us pictures of your cars.
Absolutely. And more people checking in. Walt Hollowell, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for checking in the comment section below. Like I said, we got a big show tonight, guys. 10 cars. We already saw that first one, that 1970 Plymouth. And don't worry, if you're just now tuning in, we have this coming back to you as soon as we're concluded with the live event. You're able to go back and watch all of these cars all over again. And don't forget that you will be able to view all of these in a photo album starting tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, there's a link to the show with the photo album as well. All right, so we're going to go to car number 2, local favorite. Of course, local legend. This is a 1956 VW oval window Bug. It's Reggie Tibbetts' car. Reggie's the owner of the Super Nationals here in town, which is a huge car show. So he's meticulous about his vehicles. It's got a 383 Chevy Stroker with an 871 blower electric fuel injection. It's an all-tube chassis, 9-inch narrowed Ford rear end with a 4-link. It's got a fuel cell, huge radiator under the hood with 2 fans. It's got a high-flow electric water pump, 2-speed GM Powerglide, aluminum racing rims, slicks, front runners, gauges, switches, shifters. I mean, this thing has everything. I mean, check it out. He's even got the racing belts in there. The car was built by a chassis fabricator for John Force Racing. This thing is nasty fast.
And Dave,
isn't that wicked?
It's a little ways away from its original 1956 copy of it. But as you would imagine, Reggie, a true professional in the industry, he has literally seen every single vehicle, I think, that's ever been in a car show. Living legend. We're so happy to have him on the show this evening. Love to see that. But here's a little fun fact that I found for everybody. Did you know that the Beetle, we all know it as the Beetle at least, but did you know that every country has their own nickname for it?
No.
It's not always known as a Beetle. And we are a worldwide show, so I thought this was kind of interesting.
Okay.
In France, they call it, and I'm going to totally butcher this, so I apologize already, but it's called the Coccinelle.
Okay.
Which means ladybug.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. But Italy calls it a beetle, but in their own language, it's Maggiolino.
Maggiolino. You got to throw the Italian with it,
I know.
bro.
I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. And Bolivia calls it a turtle, whereas
Tortuga.
I like this one the best. Indonesia, they call it a Kodak, which is a frog.
Wait, a Kodak?
Kodak.
Interesting.
Means frog.
That's wild.
You know, like Kodak Black.
Yeah. I'll take a Kodak Bear. I'm like, man, they must think highly of the bugs.
Or the camera, or, whatever.
Or those are big bugs.
But yeah, just thought that was really interesting
Wow.
to throw in there. Every country kind of has their own twist on what that beetle is called. So very cool, though. Appreciate Reggie Tibbetts for joining us. Of course, he's been on the show before when we were at Yearwood Performance.
Yes, absolutely. Wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's probably forgotten more than I'm ever going to know. But he'll sit down and talk to you. He's great to hang out with, and thank you so much for sending that in for us, Reggie. As a matter of fact, that was at a local car show just last weekend over at the Ale House. Isn't that what it was, RJ? Yeah, he gave me a thumbs up, so I got that right. See, RJ gets all the stuff together for the Saturday show for me, so a lot of times, I mean, he knows better
He's
than
the
I
glue.
do. He is the glue.
What it really is. Guys, real quick before we roll into the next car, I want to remind everybody that we are in the middle of a giveaway right now. If you would like to enter to win 3-pack of Starbucks gift cards, get into the comment section, tag 2 friends that you may or may not share those with, and we're going to choose a winner here right after this next car. So go ahead and get those in here shortly.
Fantastic. So that means we must be to car number 3. This is a 1969 Chevy C10, and of course this is Tim's. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name. You can see it on the bottom there.
I don't even know. It kind of looks
as
like
a matter of
your
fact,
name if it was in just a total scramble.
It's dyslected. It's PZ. On that one. So 1967 to 1972 Chevy Truck Club on Facebook is where we found this out of New York, New York. Big block 396. It was built in a barn. I mean, built in a barn, and yet it was built for street and strip. Thing is awfully cool. Definitely got an SS tag on the front there.
It is so beautiful, too.
Absolutely.
I love a good C10. I really do.
I love that color. on
I do
top
too.
of it.
And
Yeah.
really, the C10 is so interesting
Yeah.
to me too because it was a new type of truck for Chevrolet. They kind of went out on a limb when they introduced the C10.
Okay.
6.5-foot bed, 115-inch wheelbase, and they also had an option with an 8-foot bed with a 127-inch wheelbase. So kind of a little bit of a out there truck when it was first introduced, but it's turned into a fan favorite. I know a lot of C10 groups out there on Facebook. In fact, if you belong to one of them, please let us know. We love showcasing groups.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just a tremendous truck. And, you know, you look at the evolution of trucks, and trucks in a lot of ways, like, I mean, my truck is, you know, hardly a truck at this point, you know, because it's a rolling billboard, you know, and of course, I was a little shocked when I got mud at the dirt track.
I know. Isn't that...
I mean, I was like, there is mud on my truck.
But that one probably
Those
didn't
sprint
hurt
cars
as
were
much
tr-
as the ding in the parking lot.
Well, there's that true. Harbor Freight, you go there and someone scuffed my truck up. So anyway, this is not about me.
Well, guys, let's go ahead and announce a winner on that giveaway.
Yes.
Kathy Hooper, congratulations.
Woohoo!
We're going to send you home with a 3-pack of Starbucks gift cards, and you can share that with Tim and Chris if you want. We won't know.
Isn't Chris too young to drink coffee?
Nah, you're never too young. You can give it to toddlers, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, okay.
It might have an adverse effect. I know my friend has ADHD, and caffeine calms him down, so who knows?
Yeah. No, I've heard that.
My-
Actually, with kids, it's opposite.
So try it.
My
No, I
kids were
didn't
always
say
pretty
that.
chill, so I have no idea.
What do we got up next, Swope?
I think we're going to give something else away.
All righty.
I mean, we're all about giving stuff away. So this time, we're going to give away a Yearwood Performance T-shirt. Now, you got a question for this one. People, you're going to have to work for this one.
I know. People do like the questions, though, so I brought it back for this episode. And here is the little bit of trivia for all of our listeners and watchers right now live on Facebook.
Oh.
Here we go. Which car model did Chevrolet ship vertically in the 1970s? I'll say it one more time. Which car model did Chevrolet decide to ship vertically in the 1970s? First person to guess that right is going to get a Yearwood Performance t-shirt.
So let me remember the rules here. I'm not supposed to shout out the answer. Should I know it, right? I mean, we didn't have a problem in a past show where I kept answering all the questions.
You
kept
did.
giving those-
guessing
you kept giving those
over and over and over again.
unsolicited hints.
I believe out of the 5 giveaways we had, you gave 4 away for free.
Okay, so I can't. So I'm trying to think about why you would ship a car vertically.
Spatial reasonings.
So were they upside down or were they pointed up? So
That could be bonus points. Can
okay,
somebody tell me that?
somebody could come up with that. We can figure that out. That would be awfully cool.
And I would also be interested to know if any car manufacturer would consider doing this again. I mean, they obviously did the math on this, and whenever they were shipping these over, it had to have made sense, right? So why did they stop that? And are there still companies out there that does? Maybe some of our listeners might have an idea on that.
Gosh, I'm starting to get a headache. There's like thinking having to go on this show. So the only way to cure that is to look at another car. All right, so
We already got a winner, guys.
Oh, whoa! What is the answer? I'm pumped. No, wait. Let me ask a question though. What was it? It was a Chevrolet. Because I was thinking maybe Corvair, but
So that was a lot of the guesses. The correct answer was the Vega. That was the first one that they did.
Wow.
And Beamer Norris, you got that one correct. So
well, there you go.
thank you, buddy.
And-
And he also wanted to get the bonus points
Okay, and
facing up.
facing up. Okay, okay. Well, how about I wonder what the gross weight on a Vega is. I mean, is it less than like 26, 27?
It's a small car. I know that.
It is. It
I
didn't
mean,
come with a V8, but the best ones all had V8s in them.
That's very true. I mean, it
Yeah.
was kind of the same size as kind of Chevette. The Vega was similar to almost a lot of people mistake them for Pintos too. I know that. But yeah, I mean, definitely a smaller car. So for whatever reason, spatial reasonings, definitely a lot easier for them to have shipped it vertically back in the day.
Interesting. Well,
So,
you
there-
learn something new every day.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, let's go check out another car. This is a 1970 Plymouth GTX. This is Ronnie Ventura, and I found this on the Plymouth Roadrunner GTX Facebook page, Kenosha, Wisconsin. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. So check this out. Ronnie's owned the car for 27 years. He did a Hellcat swap. I mean, you see that thing in there? I mean, you throw the lid down, the hood down, you're not even going to tell, but I bet the rumble is hugely significant.
I know that I always go for the low-hanging fruit, and I talk about the color of the vehicles, but this is truly one of the prettiest colors that I think I've seen on the show of recently.
Well, what about the truck that was the same color earlier?
No, this is a different color. This is definitely this is a lot more vibrant orange. I like the truck.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I really like that same orange, but this is a really vibrant.
Look at the wheels on that thing.
If Ronnie's watching with us, I'd really like to know what the actual color of that orange is, because that's a little bit unique right there. That's not your everyday burnt orange or even fluorescent orange that you'd used to see.
So this thing was originally a 444 barrel car. It's got an auto tranny, but look at it. It's right in front of we can't see the sign that's behind it, but it's in front of a drag strip sign. So probably had it out on the track. Was super cool.
Well, you know me. I think every car that's worth being on the road is worth being on a racetrack too.
Well, that's the truth.
So, I mean,
That's the
that
truth.
automatically has a soft spot in my heart. Steel unibody, though, in production from 1967 to 1971 there. Original price on one of those bad boys, just over $3,500.
I don't know. That might be a six-figure car or more now. I mean,
know.
that's insane.
That's why,
Insane.
you should always listen to your dad when he tells you never throw anything away.
Sold
You're
my
always gonna use
'67 Nova SS. I still am sad every day.
That brings up a good
Every
point,
day.
though, David.
Yeah.
Everybody in the comment section, do you guys have a car out there that you regret selling?
The one that got away.
The one that got away. Let us know in the comment section below. Do you ever have a car that just you wish you could get back, or maybe you got it back once, but something came up, you had to sell it again, or maybe you even did get it back. Maybe you tracked it down. In fact, I think that's what happened to one of Reggie's cars, right?
Oh, I think more than a couple he's bought and sold a couple of times. As a matter of fact, we had his sand rail on that I think 20 years. It took him 20 years to get it back. But yeah, a lot of cars out there. A lot of sad stories.
It is.
I'm getting down. That means I gotta look at another car. And what a better way to do that than by looking at a race car. That's the way to do it. All right, this is Jeff Hose out of Wadsworth, Ohio. This is Camaro Pro Mod, built by Jeff Church out of Alliance, Ohio in 1988. This is a full one-off build, 100% street legal tube chassis. It's got a 510 big block, 871 little field blower with nitrous. So I wonder how many stages of nitrous on this. As a matter of fact, if you're watching, Jeff, tell us how many stages of nitrous you got on this. It's got a, 1,700 horsepower, Rossler Power Glide, Mark Williams billet rear end. This car has won 48 national awards, including the 1988 Great 8 Award from the Detroit Autorama. This is a 3-time Street Machine of the Year award-winning car, featured in many, many magazines, and hopefully the New Mexico Motorsports Report coming up here pretty soon. GM prototype prismatic paint with flake.
Okay, well here.
With flake. So now we got to know what that is.
Now we
right?
got to look up prismatic, right? No, but a Camaro Pro Mod here. If you're wondering what a Pro Mod is, it's essentially a modified version of a race car. A lot of them are purpose-built race cars that have usually some sort of fiberglass body or a mixture of steel and fiberglass to represent the original model car. But the way that you can determine what is a Pro Mod is whether or not it has a door. And around here we know that as a ROD, or real outdoor door slammer.
Yep.
And we have some of those racing even here locally in Albuquerque. But you can go catch these at nearly any track. Definitely one of the cooler divisions. My favorite, in fact.
Yeah, ABQ Dragway, the Firecracker Nationals is coming up on the 1st and 2nd of July, and the Pro Mods are going to come back because when they were here for the Memorial Day Mayhem, there was just too much wind. So they're going to come back and they're going to race. I think they typically get like 12, 14 Pro Mods out So it's a good show. I mean, if you're going to be anywhere close to Albuquerque on July 1st, you need to go out and check that out. July 1st and 2nd.
And you bring up a really good point there. Very dependent on track conditions when you get into cars that are going that fast down the quarter mile.
Yep.
Any slight bit of wind or debris or just dirtiness of the racetrack really affects those cars. So conditions, very important to crews whenever they're coming out to race those things. But when you do see them get down, it goes.
All right. We're halfway there, which means we're going to take a short little break. We're going to get our guest on. So coming up is going to be Robbie Lawless with Lawless Customs. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about the 1969 RS Camaro that's over our shoulder called the Rouge for red. But stay tuned for just a little bit. We're going to run a commercial. We're going to get Robbie on, and we'll see you in just a few.
This is Walter Hollowell with the Electronic Money Company and my friend and customer Greg Baca with 2 Men and a Wrench here in Albuquerque. And Mr. Baca, go ahead and talk for a minute.
Hi, I'm Greg Baca, I'm the owner of 2 Men and a Wrench. I call him Mr. H, or Walt, stopped by to see me about 6 months or so ago, or probably beyond that, and told me about what he does in terms of the credit card machines. At the time, I was with Bank of the West, and their company who they used. They were okay, but their fees, like anybody else would want to save a few dollars. So Walt told me his program. I sat down and went over it with my wife, and I'll tell you what, we got our W-2s for half of the year, and exactly what he said was true and then some. Not only were the fees better than anybody in the industry, the service after that is impeccable. Every time I've called on him, or Caroline, I guess is his office manager, they've answered all of my questions right then and there. And the turnaround time to get my money is the next day, every single time, not one delay. So that's important for a small business like mine. So I'll tell you what, I'll refer Walt's company to anybody who has a small automotive shop or a big shop, or any shop. I love the service that he's given us, and we'll continue to use as long as we're in business. Thank you.
This is a great relationship, and please find us on YouTube and subscribe and like. Thank you.
Hey, it's Robbie Lawless with Lawless Customs. I have a special treat for all you Camaro fans out there. We have a 69 Camaro powered by a supercharged LS9 out of a ZR1 Corvette. About to show you all the little tricks we did to it. We built the car, every nut and bolt, body paint, the entire build at Lawless Customs. Come check it out. Difference between an old school.
All right, one of our favorite parts of the show is called Off the Couch. And this is great. This is the first time we're trying to go live. So we're going actually all the way to Salida, Louisiana, and catching up with Robbie Lawless. Hey, Robbie, are you out there?
I'm here, man. Can you hear me?
Little technical issue there. We'll give that again. Give that another try. Hey, Robbie, you out there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here. Can you hear me?
I don't have any volume in my ear. Can you hear?
Working on getting Robbie into our ears here. Just 1 second, guys.
Can you hear
No, I can't hear anything.
at all?
Nuh-uh. All right,
Guys,
give us a
hear me?
second.
give that again. Give that another try. Hey, Robbie, you out there?
I'm right here, buddy.
Can you hear now? Can you hear me?
Uh-uh.
Chuck? Spencer, or you?
No.
Robbie, you got us out there, buddy?
Hey guys, I can hear you.
Just 1 second, guys.
So you're gonna have a little bit of delay.
All right, give us a second.
Hey,
I hear you now. Sorry about
All
that.
right.
You guys hear me?
Hey,
now?
how you doing this evening, man?
Great, man.
That's fantastic. Hey, I gotta always ask. I mean, how did you get started in custom car building, man?
Robbie, you got us out there, buddy?
Man, this is okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you now. Sorry about that.
Hey, how you doing this evening, man?
Hey, man, good.
So I don't know if you heard that question or not, but how'd you get started in custom car building?
How did you get started in custom car building, man?
Oh man, it's a long time ago.
That's weird.
As soon as I started driving, I started building cars.
Wow, we're on like a loop.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Can you guys hear me?
That's way behind.
Keep talking. Can you hear him at all say anything? He's talking. Is he talking to you?
We're trying, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so we're kind of on a delay here, so I can't tell from the conversation. So
So he's. Go ahead and ask whatever.
Can you do the JBL?
yeah, I can hear you great, and thank you for the answer on building cars. So I was just curious. I mean, it kind of got started. I'm sure there was some love with the family and everything. But what was your first build?
Oh wow! It was a 1973 Monte Carlo back in 1989. It was a personal vehicle I had. Okay.
Tell us what's over your shoulders. Looks like you had a couple of cars you've been working on. I've been kind of following the SS build. Seen some photographs on it. Talk a little bit about that one.
Turn it off. Yeah, the Chevelle that's behind me is my personal vehicle. It's a big block nitrous car. I've had it for about 7 years. The car above is my son's. It's a 2013 Caprice with a 6.0 LS motor. He's building it himself. He's 19. Yeah, man, we love fooling with cars. We're drag racing. The Chevelle's, I've had it, like I said, it's a street strip car, pump gas, big block nitrous car. It's a lot of fun.
And of course, so we're on a slight delay here on our side of the studio, but Robbie, I appreciate you sticking tough with us through all of this. I just want to hear, like, what is it like sharing this car industry with your son? How cool is that?
Oh, it's really cool, man. He's been around it since he was a baby, and he's learning, body work, paint work, everything about building a car. And he's a natural. But it's great to be able to share the business and, have him
So,
come in.
Robbie, I also wanted to kind of follow up on the Rouge, and it has an LS9. Can you explain to us what an LS9 is?
LS9 is a supercharged LS3 based block from GM. Straight from GM. It's the engine that came in the 2011 ZR1 Corvette. 638 horsepower. straight from GM.
So, Robbie also wanted to ask, how would people get in touch with you, or how would people connect with you and follow you?
You guys can check us out on Facebook, lawlesscustoms.com, or, check. We're all over Facebook. That's the best way to get us. My son's doing a lot of TikTok videos, and YouTube as well.
So I appreciate you coming on tonight. I'm going to reach back out. Maybe we'll do a Zoom interview, and then I can repost that. But really appreciate you so much coming on this evening.
Sure, no problem. Anytime. Enjoyed it.
Awesome. Again, that was Robbie Lawless with Lawless Customs. Joining us from remote. Again, sorry about that, guys. Of course, it's never easy trying something new, but we wanted to try tweeting that. We're going to get back with Robbie, too. Hopefully on the next show we can have a little bit more in-depth interview with him on there. And maybe, again, when we kind of tweak on it a little bit more, bring him back in live, and also try to expand on that a little bit, too. It's a cool tool, just got to tweak a little bit on it, but that's part of the show. I mean, this is live. Really kind of a shoestring budget for us over here, but we're trying our best, guys. So thank you so much, Robbie, and to all you guys listening in for keeping with us through that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you can't succeed if you don't try. So at least we gave it a try. Thank you so much, Robbie, for putting up with us. And like I said, I'll do an interview on Zoom and I'll post it, and so we'll have a little bit better interview going forward. But it was so cool of him, to allow us to put this on the cover. And of course, Ron Carver, he had the owner of the car, was his 50th high school reunion. As a matter of fact, you got a 10-year coming up here pretty soon, man.
Slow your roll. I'm 2015, buddy. When did you graduate? 1930?
Oh, snap. So check this out. I mean, we got, fantastic pictures from Scott Welch. As a matter of fact, you want me to turn it a little bit closer there?
There we are.
Scott Welch Photography. Of course, Scott Welch, you can check him out on Facebook is the best place to do it. Or you could go to nmmotorsportsreport.com, and you can click on the magazine. You can flip through it right there on our website. And as a matter of fact,
we got a new edition coming up.
And I mean, Jason Anderson's on the cover. So that's pretty cool. I mean, had a heck of a 4-race run to finish out the season. And, of course, they're already started on the outdoor season. He's already kicking some butt.
I know. Already got his first ever pro outdoor win overall just a couple weeks ago. And they were just over there in Denver. So,
absolutely.
Times. And we had Scott Welch covering it, too.
That's right. I mean, he's like all over the place. He'd been to Salt Lake, out to Dallas, been in Denver. Can we check out another car?
I guess so. All right, let's roll with it, guys.
That is what the show is.
Let's do a 1988 Monte Carlo SS coming to us from Anders Johansson.
Anders Johansson in Boste, Sweden. So what are we, like 14-hour time difference? He's probably asleep during this thing, or he's just getting up in the morning.
I'm not guessing that Anders is joining us live, but he's going to catch us after the conclusion of this show, probably in the morning, when he's having his cup of joe or whatever they call it out there.
Yeah, exactly. You could Google that while we're going.
Yeah, Cafeo.
We found it on American Muscle Cars on Facebook. It's a 1988 Monte Carlo SS, 383, 450 horsepower, 4-speed tranny, only 4,350 miles. There's no way. That's got to be a typo, but it's like new. I mean, if you are watching, I mean, do you really only got 4,300 miles, or did it roll over? Because that's insane.
I would find that really hard to believe.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I'm not taking away anything from this Monte Carlo, because this is one of the cleaner ones that we've seen. We've touched on Monte Carlos before on the show. I think we've maybe had one, two at the most. But this one definitely has its own little twist on it. I really like the wheel choice on it, too.
Yes.
Accents it really nice. Kind of gives it that old school look as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, RJ, can you look? Is that actually 43,000? Did I put the comma in the wrong place? He's gonna check that out on the executive spreadsheet for the show. But while we got it up, you can see there's a picture. There's a logo, Hal Burns, a truck and equipment. Of course, they do so many things with the racing community here in town. Caleb Seiss with a victory on Friday night, and
He's on a roll right now.
it is 43. Awesome. Okay, we'll see. That was a mistake, and then. But of course, you guys are going to go racing this weekend. You're going down to Vado?
Going down to Vado this weekend. Looking forward to it too, Dave. I mean, it's been a couple
Look at
weeks since we were last on track in the Grammy's Kitchen, number 77 for SCH Motorsports.
Show Spencer's
And yeah, so here's a little diecast that we got done whenever I was driving the 11W, and I believe Randy Bushy made this one.
Oh,
Pretty
I've been
cool.
watching his work on Facebook.
Yeah, he has a lot of
Gosh.
cool work. I'd really like to
Yeah.
have him on the show. Does a lot of cool model work, though. Took the time to do this. I got it as a Christmas gift from my car owner, Pat. But like I said, looking forward to going down south. We were fast last time down there at Vado. One of my favorite tracks. Best facility in the state by far. And hopefully we can get a big win for my dad. Not only is it Father's Day this weekend, it's also his birthday on Saturday. So
Well, you
happy
can't beat
birthday,
that.
Chuck Nasty.
So you,
birthdays are good, bro.
and of course you must have been his first Father's Day gift.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
A real treasure.
A real treasure.
gem.
Yeah.
Present. Gift.
Hey, this
I was
is
planned at least, I think.
Well, I mean, we're not
Maybe
gonna-
not.
Yeah,
I also heard I was conceived in Vegas, so who knows?
What stays in Vegas goes to Vegas. Stays
Yeah,
in-
apparently that shit comes home with you.
So the cool thing here, this in honor of Father's Day, this is the father. This is Scott Reeves, of course, coming up as Chris Reeves. So we're going to have that father-son battle on this one. This is a 1967 Cyclone GT. Scott Reeves out of Huntsville, Alabama. This is a factory S code 390. So for all of you crazies out there on Mercury Cyclones, you could tell us, in the comment line,
Crazies.
what does that mean? Well, I mean, okay, the Mopar guys are probably a little bit crazier than the Mercury guys. But anyway, might as well just get shut down right now, get knocked right off of Facebook, talking stuff. There's a 4-speed top loader national AACA winner. What is AACA? American Auto Club
I guarantee
Association?
somebody in the comment section
Well,
knows this.
let's somebody in the comment section help us out. But I mean, that thing's gorgeous.
And the cool thing about this,
Yeah.
too, is this is, of course, Father's Day weekend coming up. We got father-son right here coming up, back to back. Look at that, Mercury. Gosh, that is another one of those cars that we don't really get a lot of. I think this is our first Cyclone. It's got to be.
This is the first Cyclone. Now, remember we had that Torino though.
We did have the nice Torino.
Oh, that Torino was phenomenal as well. That GT.
That was like,
Yeah.
fall of last year?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. So go back to some of our other shows. Just look it up on Facebook, and you can check out some of the older shows. But that's amazing. So let's roll into Chris Reeves. This is a 1968 AMC Rambler Rebel wagon. Of course, he's also out of Huntsville, Alabama. 383 stroker in this thing, automatic, 390 rear end. And of course, I was looking some stuff up. This is kind of a replica based on the Machine that was a two-door sedan. So pretty cool. Love that paint scheme.
Gosh, that is really, really cool.
That's a hot grocery getter.
You know
right
what?
there.
I mean, the racing stripes down it. It looks mean. Like
Look
you
at the
said,
hood. Look at the two scoops on the hood.
A lot
I mean,
of
that
people
thing's
would
pretty cool.
mistake that for a grocery getter, but I think that thing gets up and boogies pretty
Now,
good.
question, because based
Yeah.
on that year, are the seat they're back seats facing backwards?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty common.
Probably. I mean, somebody could Google that.
That's a
Yeah, I mean, that story right there. That's the Machine you've got pulled up.
1970, the sportiest AMC Rebel
Yep.
appeared, and that was called the Machine by its parents, and it was truly one of the best muscle cars in the area, or in the era, excuse me, back
Yeah.
then.
Probably in the area too.
And in the area. If you had one, you were probably pretty popular back in the day.
Well, it's popular with the guys,
That's true.
right? I mean,
That's another thing I wonder because,
Yeah.
of course, everybody always says like, "Oh, I wish I was, born a few decades before." But I truly do. Like, I feel like the void of all these cool muscle cars and stuff really hits my generation bad. because you guys got all the cool stuff, man. You really did.
I don't know. I mean, when you see the tuner sports and all the stuff that's going on with drifting, I mean, there's some really neat things that are being done with turbos and different things like that. And of course, I race the Spec Miata, and I just love how they handle, and they're smaller, which is a throwback, totally to basically the cars of even the 40s and the 50s, where racing got started when they came over, after World War II, and all the sports cars that came over out of Europe. So I think that there's a nice balance, and I love to see younger people around the track. And there's a lot of young kids who are getting into quarter midgets and all kinds of other forms of racing. And of course, right now when you got Braxton Bush, and you got Owen Larson, and of course Guthrie, their son just started their grandson just started getting into, well, Sean's son and Jim's grandson just started getting into racing quarter midgets. So,
and I think that goes to show, Dave, you just, no matter what you do, make sure to pass this on to the next generation, guys. We love the car community. That's why we do this free show for everybody. We don't make any money off the show, really. We do this to give everybody an opportunity to showcase their cars. And we love looking at cars. We love talking about cars. It's our life outside of work. And so to share this opportunity every once in a while on a Tuesday night with all you guys is really special to me. And just all I ask of you, at least, is take your kid out to the racetrack. Take them out to a car show. Show them what's going on with the car community. Get them in love with the sport, and really do pass it down, because it means a lot.
It's always great doing this show with you and connecting with a younger person. But I got to tell you, having Ricky Bobby right over my shoulder.
I know.
Ricky Bobby in the house.
He's the best there is. Plain and
He's
simple.
in the house. When was the last time you saw Talladega Nights? About 3 days ago?
Guarantee is less than a week ago. I'll tell you this much. And people laugh at me every time I say this, and I'll keep it short because I do want to look at some more cars here. But no joke, I watch Talladega Nights probably 20 to 25 times a year, easily.
And every other week.
Yeah,
every other week.
I mean, it's hard to say that that's not the best movie ever made.
Well, let's check out another race car. 1967 Nova. It's a Pro Max Venom. That's on me, dude. I told you 66. And then of course it was a 67. It was only 2 years really of that particular one. But found this in Badass and Nasty Muscle Cars at a Hot Springs, Alabama. The cool thing about this car, it's a Pro Max Venom. Now there's only about 28 of them built. It was designed by Kevin King and Chip Foose. Now, a lot of you custom, car people out there,
you guys know
all
name.
About that.
Yeah.
They were at Ghost Works. This is basically a hand-built car, and John Carter has built about 7 of the 28 of them that were built, and he's owned about 18 of them. So, I mean, that's over half of them. Like wicked. I mean, look at that blue light on the interior.
The more I see these cars, the harder it is for me to choose a favorite from tonight. I'm glad it's on all you guys at home because I would not be able to
fix the
pick.
graphic. There you go.
Oh, look at this guy.
So Nova was the top model in the Chevy 2 lineup through 1968. The Chevy 2 nameplate was dropped, though, after 1968, with Nova becoming the nameplate for all of the 1969 through 1979 models.
Well, the big difference between, I mean, basically the Chevy 2 and the Nova was the pillar between the front door and the back. So so of course a lot of times you had Chevy 2, Nova SS, all that kind of stuff. But the cool thing about the Novas from that year, of course, is that car was as light as the Corvette. I mean, it was like 6,300 pounds. Mine had a 350 horse 327 in it, aluminum power glide. It was just a super light car.
One mean machine is a good way to put it. And John's right there is no exception. Beautiful car. Again, I can't choose a winner tonight. There's no way.
Well, fortunately, we're going to give something away. Someone else is going to win. Then we'll have one more car. So I'm not going to make you have to judge between too many cars. We're keeping it to 10 tonight.
Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and give that viewer prize giveaway, guys. Last one of the night. Last chance to go home with a big prize. Again, thank you to everybody that's tuned in so far. And this one, everybody loves it. A pair of $25 gas cards which might give you what?
2 gallons. 2 gallons.
We didn't even plan that.
Right, exactly.
Courtesy of Swope Real Estate, though. Let's do another question on this one, guys.
Yep.
Here's what I want to know. And this is a New Mexico question.
Oh, okay.
What is currently the most stolen car in America?
I think it's a truck, actually.
You're going to say truck?
I'm going to go. I think
Andreas,
it's
do you have a guess on that
Ford
one?
F-150.
It has to be an SUV of sorts, maybe.
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 Yeah. So we got maybe a truck, maybe an SUV. Could easily be a car. Let me know in the comment section below, though. And out of the correct guesses, I'm going to choose somebody to go home with a pair of $25 gas cards. So, again, courtesy of Swope Real Estate. Thank you, Swope. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
So,
You're welcome so
man,
much.
but
hey, look at the couch. You know,
I'd also be interested in this.
Look at Mr. Potato. Yeah, Creative Outlet or Creative Enterprises made this for us. Sorry, I just whoop. I mean, like it was like silver. It's like
Somebody had coffee in that mug today, didn't they?
Well, I mean, something better in there.
Oh, okay. Well, that might explain it even
little
more.
Bailey's in there with the coffee.
But yeah, huge shout out to Creative Enterprises, big supporter of the show. Really appreciate and also tunes into every show. So thank you, George. Appreciate all you do for us. But one more time before we drop that and go to the last car of the night. What is the most stolen vehicle in the United States?
See, I think that you were being tricky because you
Currently.
used tricky. Yeah, you used the word vehicle. See, don't know if it's a truck, don't know if it's a. You know what? You know what would be the best to steal would actually be like a UPS truck, right? You know, full of stuff.
I believe that's a federal crime.
Oh, okay. Well, I said best. Yeah, I mean
That would, but yeah.
What does best mean?
I mean, we're talking prison time, not jail time there.
Oh,
So I'm going to look at all the comments on that. You roll on to the last car.
All right.
I'll join you in a second.
last car of the night, car number 10, James West. This is his 1973 Chevy Camaro LT, which is actually for sale. It's got matching numbers with the 350 disc brakes. This is an original Survivor car. I mean, actually, look at what good shape that's in. I mean, vinyl top. You know, we were arguing earlier about whether that's dark brown metallic or light copper. In this shot, it definitely looks like dark brown over that. This was on Classic Nation on Facebook. I love a good Survivor car. I mean, you know, somebody definitely cared for this car. Yeah, maybe it's not as, you know, hot and as fast as some of the other ones, but somebody cared for it. It's got a set of RS wheels on there. As a matter of fact, those wheels, you know, are probably worth a pretty penny. But nice looking car. Thank you for sharing that with James West. It is.
I mean, we've had a lot of modern Camaros, but we've never had anything from the 70s.
Oh, look at that. Now, see, that shot actually looked much more like it was light copper. Getting in it. Well, look at that. Look at how nice it looks in the trunk.
Just head to toe, really clean car.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely going to be one of those vehicles that's going down the road, catches your eye, and makes you do a once-over, right? Or if you see it in the parking lot, you got to stop and go talk to James.
Well, and I like the front grille. I mean, I like the look on that car. I mean, there definitely were some, you know, questionable Camaros. Sorry, all you Camaro lovers out there. But that's a good-looking car.
And another thing to note, we're about to lose the Camaro here in the next couple of years.
Wow.
They are discontinuing that. So another lineage kind of going by the wayside there.
Well, and as Andreas was saying, I mean, the world's being, you know, taken over by SUVs. I mean, you don't see, you know, a lot of sedans out there. You definitely don't see a lot of two doors. He's giving me the you're starting to run on thing. Hey, do we got a winner yet?
No winner yet. No winner yet on that last prize, guys.
Oh, well, let's just, you know, I'll keep the prize. Oh, what happened to our screen?
We timed out.
We timed out. We ran out of time.
I think that's like the old hook to get you out of the show. Yeah, there we are.
Okay, well, so let's talk about our sponsors again. I mean, we got to, you know, we can't do this show without them. So you want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, Swope Real Estate, Electronic Money Company, Yearwood Performance, Car Crafters, Spencer Hill Racing, New Mexico Runners, Albuquerque Dragway, McKinney Motor Company, Hal Burns Truck and Equipment, Can't Stop, sports podcast. And of course, we do this because we love it. We're really lucky. We got this, we really built a nice studio here, and we want to thank all the sponsors for helping us make this happen. Do we want to talk about some merchandise again? Do we want to? Nah, what's the answer?
So I gave a big hint into the comment section. If you guys are looking on that, it is a Honda. Can anybody guess which model? Throw out your best Honda guess. I really want to give somebody free gas. Come on, guys. What are we doing here?
So the Honda, what you got, like a Pilot, right? Is like an SUV. If you're thinking SUVs, why would somebody steal one of those? So am I getting hate mail now?
Yeah, now we're getting hate mail thanks to Dave. Can we let's go through that best in show voting info just one more time.
All right. So the gallery will be up tomorrow. You go on there. A like is 1 vote. A share is 5 votes. But you got to share from the original gallery page in order to be able to, because here's the thing. We're not up to anything. We're not like trying to steal anything or your information or anything, but we can't see a share if it doesn't come from the main one. So that's why we ask you to share from there, because we want you to get all of your votes. But it'll be up tomorrow. Voting will be from tomorrow, June 15th, through Friday, June 17th at 5 p.m. Now, typically, we would have the winner on the following Saturday morning on the New Mexico Motorsports Report, but we're going to tape because it's everybody's out of town. It's Father's Day, and so we're going to tape the show, so we're not going to know. But we will, try and get them on a future show. So make sure you check that out. We got a winner yet?
We have a correct guess.
Uh-oh.
It is the Honda Civic, guys.
Oh, who steals a Honda Civic?
Hey. It's the Fast and the Furious. That's what inspired everybody to steal Honda Civics.
The stealing part or the Civic?
Both. I mean, Fast and Furious, they're stealing things in Honda Civics, but...
Okay.
And don't forget, Hector's running 3-spoon engines.
There you go.
To be honest, I didn't think that was it either. I thought it was an F-150, F-250, some sort of truck. But yeah,
absolutely.
Currently in the United States, Honda Civic, the most stolen vehicle in the U.S.
Wow. Well, you learn something new every day. So I want to thank you guys all, for staying with us. We try and keep it right in an hour. It looks like we went over just a little bit. That's my fault. Apologize. But hey, get back to whatever you're doing. Go eat some pizza.
Another one in the books.
Yeah, we got another one in the books. And so keep your eye out for another one coming up. It'll probably be in August at the way we're going with every 2 months. But make sure you send us your vehicles. I want to thank RJ for everything he does. Of course, Andreas for keeping us on the air. And Spencer, thank you for all your hard work.
Absolutely, Dave. And thank you, fans, too. You guys really do keep the show going. I really appreciate it. Before you leave, give us a like and share the show. And, of course, we can't leave the show without saying a huge, huge thank you to Robbie Lawless.
Yes.
With Lawless Customs. Appreciate your time tonight. Again, sorry a little bit for those technical difficulties, but we stuck through it. We had another great show. And, hey, stay tuned because tomorrow we're dropping that photo album, and you guys get to pick the winner.
See ya.